men are capable of torture?
The bear's attack is clear. He would lunge his entire body weight at you, and then you dead.
Okay, in both cases, I'm going to die anyway, so let's go for the fast one.
Yeah, let's die fast.
Really? Oh my goodness.
You make it sound like I go out to the forest to meet men very often.
One question, two sides, and one furry Winnie the Pooh running straight at you.
I'm Teng,
And I'm Wong.
and this is Somethungwong. So what's wrong?
So recently, there's a thing on the internet about if you were to be lost in the jungle, would you rather meet a man or a bear? I think this was more specifically towards like if a girl was lost in the jungle, should she rather meet a man or a bear?
Okay.
And I think the assumption is that bear is hungry
Okay.
and man is unknown. I think.
Okay.
Yeah. So man or bear?
I mean, honestly, I feel it's the bear. I choose the bear. But
Why?
this is not an entirely new topic to me. I see it everywhere.
Okay, what was your initial before you heard about everybody's answers?
Honestly, I picked the man first.
Okay, so why do you pick the man first and what made you change your mind?
So I didn't think too much about what the question. I feel like that question was directed to reveal something. But when I first heard that question, I thought that, oh, but a man is rational. And that's of course assuming that this person, also lost in the jungle or in a forest, can be rationalized with. So if you can discuss, even if you can just come to agreement, like you don't have to like each other, you don't have to be like super duper happy fun time friends. But if you can just rationalize and get out of the jungle together, then that's great. And at that moment in time, my focus wasn't even about the character of the man or the character of the bear. I was just like,
It's Winnie the Pooh.
I was just thinking, I just want to get out of that forest.
Okay, so you feel that getting out of the forest, meeting a man will have a higher chance.
Yeah, if the
Okay.
concept was to get out of the forest, then,
I think that would be a safe assumption, right? Because most people, if they are lost in the forest, the objective would be to come out alive.
right.
Okay,
Right.
so what changed your mind then?
Then after that, I started to actually see more of the trend, and I realized that the purpose of the question wasn't asking you to, okay, will you be able to get out of the forest? The question was asking you basically to choose between what I think it is, like the character of a man versus the character of a bear. And then that's when I switched to the bear.
I mean, I agree with you, right? In the sense that when you're choosing between two options, right, you generally choose between the attributes and the characteristics of either option
Right.
and then make a decision based on that. So I don't think your assumption is necessarily wrong or anything. I think it's a necessary way to come to a distinction.
Right. It was just based off what I had assumed the question was about. But the initial way that I saw it was just about surviving the forest. But then the question is actually about,
I think it is about surviving the forest.
oh,
I still think it's about surviving the forest, isn't it? Because like which one lets you has a better way? No? Isn't that?
I interpreted it now as that, will you stand a better chance of surviving an encounter with a man or surviving an encounter with a bear?
Yeah, and if you survive, then you can make it out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I get what
I mean,
now.
But okay, yeah, I get what you're trying to say, right? Surviving the man or surviving the bear. Okay.
Right. So if with that context, then I'm just assuming that both are hostile. And if that's the case, then I would rather have the bear, because at least the patterns of a bear are predictable. There's this rhyme or chant is, if it's brown, lay on the ground. If it's black, then shout back or something like that. If it's white, then good night. But I don't think you'll meet a polar bear in the forest.
Okay, so you think that because of these rhymes, you'll be able to predict how to survive the bear attack?
It just shows that the behavior of a bear has been studied more predictable.
Behaviors of men studied as well.
I feel, but if that man is out to get you, I feel that he could be more conniving, he could be more unpredictable than a bear. Like a bear is driven by hunger or like he thinks he's threatened by your presence and then he will attack. And so you could, at the very most, just stay away from the bear. Or there are ways that you could disengage the bear, but a man, if he means to hurt you, he will actively pursue you.
Okay, so I think there are a couple of different layers to this.
Okay.
The first one is man or bear.
Right.
Then the second one is the level of hostility.
Okay.
Right. And I think to a certain extent, you might, in order to make like a fair judgment, you will need to say okay, hostile bear versus hostile man.
Yeah.
Then benevolent bear versus benevolent man.
Right.
Neutral bear versus neutral man, and question mark versus question mark.
Oh my God.
Where you have no idea whether either is going to be aggressive or not. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right. Okay, so let's say if we approach this word problem as such. Okay, we start with benevolent man versus benevolent bear.
Okay.
Which one?
Man.
Okay, I will also choose benevolent man. Why?
Because
he will help you out, right?
Yeah.
He will help you out. Okay, so
you can help each other.
okay, agreed. Okay, neutral man versus neutral bear.
Also man.
No ill intention lah.
Yeah.
Then the bear also, I guess, is neutral. Then see whether you go and cope with him or not lah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that one is
Man. Because he can still probably help you out of the forest, whereas a bear will not actively help you out of the forest.
okay.
Unless you're a Disney princess.
Okay, I agree with this one. Okay, now come hostile man versus hostile bear.
Bear. I would rather meet a bear.
Why?
I-
You are guaranteed dead.
Oh, you guaranteed dead?
A hostile bear.
Oh, is it like,
How are you going to escape a hostile bear?
if I'm guaranteed dead, then I still choose the bear.
Okay, why?
Because the bear's attack is quite clear. He would lunge his entire body weight at you,
And then you did.
and then you dead. Then you're gone. But if a man has ill intent towards you, there are a lot of things that he can do.
So you're basically saying, okay, in both cases, I'm going to die anyway, so let's go for the fast one.
Yeah, let's die fast.
But you don't think you can outrun a guy? I don't think you can outrun a bear because bears are freaking huge and freaking fast.
So-
and bears can climb trees and they will just swipe, boom, gone.
That's
Off
true.
face.
That's
Who's dead?
true. But if I'm so lucky as to have a small orifice, because I'm a small person, I could outhide a bear.
Then you can outhide the man also. What?
But man is more clever.
Then the bear can sniff you out, what? No?
Yeah, but
Like the man, eyes, main sensory organ.
yeah.
You don't make sound, it's okay, no. The man probably very highly likely cannot smell you.
Okay.
Bear 100% can smell you.
But at least a man could create tools to get into a tight space, whereas a man could,
But the man don't even know where you are.
or he could
Right.
devise traps sometime or another. I feel that a bear would lose his patience faster compared to a man who has ill intent. That's what I feel like.
So what I'm hearing is that,
If I'm going to die anyway, if I confirm die,
okay, I'm undecided on this.
okay,
I think that if you 1v a bear, I think will confirm die.
yeah, definitely.
I feel like if you 1v a man, you might not die.
That's true. And you're right, actually, I may be able to outrun a man and outclimb a man.
Yeah.
But I feel that a man is more clever. So he definitely can find ways to get to you. Even if he cannot outrun you, he can still trap you. And if he does, then your death is not guaranteed that it's going to be swift and painless. Whereas a bear usually attacks you for either he's hungry or he's thinking that you're in my territory, I don't like you here. And then you just stand close to him and it's just a one swipe and then you're gone.
Okay. I get where you're coming from, right? Because I think there are a lot of things that are worse than death.
Right.
And I agree with you that if in both cases you will definitely die, then pick the swifter one.
Yeah.
Actually, might or might not, depends on what the guy is doing, right? If he has a shotgun, run at him, boom, dead, gone fit.
Yeah,
Straight away, instant.
that's true.
Right? Bear might not be as swift, because I saw a video of a person calling 911.
Maimed by a bear.
Yeah, and she was like, help. The possibility of getting swiped, and then after that, for like 10 minutes, right, or like hours, the possibility is still there. I'm not necessarily guaranteed that if it's a bear, you will get the swift death that you're looking for.
Actually, that's a very good point.
Okay, let's leave that one there first, because I want to come back to that later,
Okay.
right? So now let's say, it's question mark.
Yeah.
You see the bear, you don't know whether it's hostile or not.
Yeah.
could be hostile, might not be.
Yeah.
And then men also could be hostile and could not be.
Okay.
Base it on what your general knowledge tells you about bears and men.
Yeah.
Meaning, like, what are the chances that a bear that you see is going to be hostile versus the chances of
Men go.
a man being hostile?
Actually, I don't know the actual percentage, honestly. But
Gut feel.
survival instinct tells you that you should always just assume that they are hostile.
Really? If I saw a man in the woods, right, I would call out to him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
I would be like, hey man, you lost. And depending on that person's reaction, I will kind of like gauge. There are two ways, right? Number one, we know for sure, right, that in the woods there are rangers,
Yes.
right? So he could be a ranger.
If he's wearing a uniform, right?
You can't really see very clearly or whatever, right? He could be there. Number two, he's doing something illegal.
Yes.
So if he's doing something illegal, I might just go, hey man, blah, 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 blah. Everything okay? And then if I see like something is off, I would just be like, okay man, can you point me out? I pretend like I
Don't know shit.
don't know shit lah, and then just try to walk away lor. What other options do you have?
I got such horror movie vibes from that. I would just not approach either and just hightail and run. I don't know. That's just me. Okay, that's just me. Because I guess it's also dependent on like what time of the day are you in the forest, you know, and
Let's say daytime lah.
yeah.
You will be stupid as to be in the forest at night.
Yes.
Okay, so let's say you're not dumb. Okay,
Or that you're not there by choice.
just you are hiking lah, right? You're hiking, then you see a guy
Yeah.
or you see a bear. It doesn't even have to be lost. You can just be like,
Hiking.
yeah, just hiking and walking, and then you see a guy. Wouldn't you be like, hey man, what's up? Everything all good? Isn't that the normal reaction?
I mean, if he's walking towards me and he's hiking, there are some behaviors that tell you that, okay, this guy is on a hike, you know?
Okay,
Yeah.
correct.
Right. If he's standing in the middle of the woods with his back facing you and then he's looking suspicious, he's not doing anything.
Correct. So this is the part where we're trying to make a decision of if you were to meet or bump into a man, question mark, you really don't know, because we really know if he's benevolent, we choose the man. If he's neutral, you choose the man.
Yeah.
If he's violent, what we think is the faster death.
The faster way to die.
It's the faster way to die. Because if violent, then both case also you probably will get overpowered,
Yeah.
right? Okay, the last one is question mark.
Yeah.
If you had to gamble between a possibly hostile bear and a possibly hostile man, you don't know at this point.
Yeah.
Then which one you choose?
I choose neither and just
No, you gotta choose lah.
I kind of choose. I don't know. I don't know whether my opinion is being colored or not. Maybe I watched too many horror movies or something. I still choose the bear.
So you choose a bear and then you hopefully it's a tame bear. Or it's not hungry and then you just continue to walk.
Or that I can just like get past the bear without having to do anything, without getting its attention.
Can't you do that with a guy as well?
I guess so.
And same thing, like, I feel that the bear will smell you. I think it will be easier to sneak past a guy than to sneak past a bear. Like, there's no way the bear cannot smell you.
Right.
100% you walk near enough already straight away. Then
If-
swipe, then die.
Yeah, if the bear is hostile lah. This is what I know. If I see a guy who is in official wear, he's not in scary wear.
No, here, that's the thing. You don't know. You are about to leave home for the hike.
Yeah.
God tells you you are either going to meet a man or a bear.
Okay.
It doesn't tell you anything else, lets you choose which one you want to meet, run into. Which one do you choose?
A bear.
Really? You will still choose a bear?
Yeah. Like, I feel like you're trying to convince me otherwise, but I feel quite confident that I would rather meet a bear than a man. Because, I mean, you're also talking to someone, even if on the normal hike, and I don't have to interact with a stranger, I will not do that. Unless it's in a safe place. So already, technically, I've already chosen the bear.
Okay, I can accept that. I don't necessarily think that's wise, but I also get what the kind of spirit of this question is trying to get at, right?
in my mind, like without knowing exactly how a bear acts, is that I generally feel that bears are motivated by two things. One is food, and the other is
Sex.
territory. I don't think what kind of bear, but I think in my mind, mostly either territory or food. And if it's territory, I just stay out of the territory. If it's food, then I could potentially draw off the attention of a bear with food. Like whatever is in my pack, you know.
Okay, so before recording this, I actually thought really, really deeply about this. Okay, and I will introduce one more element into this whole thing, right? Which is basically what you carry with you.
Okay.
And in my thought process, I was very much aligned with you in the sense of let's pick the faster death. Because
Okay.
there's a lot of things that are worse than death.
Yeah.
Right? Which is like a painful death.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So pain is definitely worse than death. And men are capable of torture.
Yeah.
Bears are not capable of deliberate torture, right? They just swipe you, and then after that, that's it lah, right? Whatever that swipe is, then that's it really, which I don't necessarily think is as bad as torture or men, okay? Then, the way I saw it was basically like this. The gamble between a man and a bear is basically you could choose a lower variance of danger versus safety and a higher variance of danger versus safety. Okay, meaning to say that if you choose the bear, if the man were to save you, you will be very, very safe. And if the man will try to harm you, you will be very, very harmed.
Okay.
Okay, right. So you can see the safety to harm variance is very big for a man. But for a bear, it's a smaller variance. The bear not going to protect you. Right? You can continue. Let's say the best case scenario, the bear doesn't do anything, and then you just continue walking through the jungle. And then maybe a lion comes out and mauls you. Right? But the bear will not protect you against the lion. The man, possibly, right? And then the upper limit of harm is basically going to be the bear killing you. And then you maybe have like a 10 minutes or half an hour of pain as you bleed out. Okay. So based on that, right, I actually chose man because in the case that he were to go towards the harmful side, right?
Yeah.
I just struggle until I kill myself. Which will be exactly the same as struggling with the bear. Does that make sense?
As in like what you struggle with the man until the man kills you.
Either one kills, right? You get what I mean? Because you will struggle against the bear also. Bear overpowers you, gone kill. Man, you will struggle also. You know at the very least where his balls are. You know where his eyes are. You will struggle really, really hard. Basically, I'm trying to prevent a prolonged death.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Or rather, I'm trying to prevent me from being half dead.
I understand.
I just all in until it's either I prevail or he kill me. Okay? And either also okay. Okay? Break bones, whatever, anything is smash, everything goes. Adrenaline pump all the way. My mentality at this point is that I'm not going to try to settle for like
In the middle.
I just go all the way.
Either one of us. So
Either one survive. Because then that would be the same as fighting a bear already lah.
I guess.
Right? So if that is the case, then I have just forcefully lowered the variance on the harm side.
Yeah.
But I actually still have the variance on the safety side.
That makes sense.
Right? So I'm like, okay, man.
Okay.
Then, halfway through this conversation, I was actually thinking, why are you unarmed?
Oh, so that's why you want to introduce
Yeah,
things
like
like-
why are you walking in the middle of the woods with no concern about your safety at all?
Of
Right.
course I would.
So if you were walking in the woods with no concern of your safety, you're dumb, you're foolish,
You're gonna die anyway.
okay, deserve to die,
Those-
go ahead, okay? So let's say, okay, I know in Singapore, you can't really carry guns and stuff like that, right? Okay, we also don't have bears and we don't have, okay? US have bears, guns and everything, all okay.
Yeah.
Then I'm thinking, hey, if I were to have a gun, if you were to have a gun, who would you rather have? The bear or the man?
Okay, I mean, honestly, I think a man's easier to shoot.
I don't know. I'm a bit undecided. I'm a bit undecided on that because I know if you shoot the bear's still coming for you.
Yeah.
I don't think one bullet can
No.
solve a bear.
I don't think so, yeah.
Okay. Can one bullet stop a man?
If you're really good,
I think much better, right?
chances.
Like one bullet to a man probably slow down, bam, 2 more dead. Right? You do a bear, bam, the bear is...
You could empty your entire...
Yeah,
clip.
possible.
Yeah.
But then now I'm also thinking, bear easier to hit, eh?
That is also...
Bear so big, eh?
Yeah.
Right.
He might be deterred by the pain. You know, like, you're just, oh, ow, then he might...
No, I don't think bear will be deterred. If he hostile, he will just come at you all full strength. Honestly, I don't know because I've never faced a bear before.
Yeah.
But I have the impression that bears are very hardy and they will just come for you.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know.
I guess. I think that a man is easier to... If you shoot with the intention of killing, then I guess a man has more soft spots.
I don't know. I'm on the fence on this.
That's why, survival tactics just assume everyone's hostile and just run away. I just
Actually, I don't know.
At close range.
Pistol, 6 bullets. I don't think 6 bullets will stop a bear.
Definitely not.
I think 6 bullets could stop a man.
Yeah. Maybe less than that. Maybe sometimes you may not even have to shoot. You could just draw a gun and then the guy could be like, whoa.
Oh, that's true, right? Because if you draw a gun, the guy would back off.
Yeah,
you draw a gun at the bear doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, that's true. Or he will.
And the other thing I'm thinking also, right, is that it's actually easier to get up close to
a man
and boom straight into the head than to get up close to a bear. There's no way you can... Let's say you're a bow shooter, okay? You got the aim is like...
Yeah.
Then how? How you going to hit the bear?
Definitely not. The whole thing about being close to a bear, like you don't go close to a bear because if he swipes, it's the full force of his body weight against...
Oh, that's true. Imagine, right, he runs towards you and then you empty all 6 and the bear dies. Great. And then the bear is like, falls onto you.
You also die.
Oh my goodness.
Their stats also. Actually, an average of 11.7 non-fatal conflicts with a bear. And of the 11.7, like 52% are defensive, 33 are food motivated, and only 15% are predatory. Between 2000 to 2017. So I mean, like
that's feel pretty hopeful, because if 52% are defensive,
don't provoke the bear.
Yeah, then you don't provoke the bear.
Yeah.
My question will be, out of 10 men that you meet in the forest, right? How many of them are...
You make it sound like I go out to the forest to meet men very often.
No, because now you look at statistics, right?
Oh yeah, that's true.
So if, all the bears are all the bears.
Yeah.
If 52, you're up to a coin flip of whether they're going to hit you or not.
Right.
So the question is that if there are 100 men in the jungle, how many of them are rangers? How many of them are hikers? And how many of them are illegal people who are out to kill you?
Serial killers.
Yeah, right. That would be the question, right?
Yeah, that's true. Would it really be safe to say that a very small minority?
Honestly speaking, I feel like it will be the minority.
Yeah.
But, at the end of the day, I get the fear that...
Humans can be scary. Yeah, humans are capable of scary things.
I mean, you think about it, humans are the number 1 killers of humans.
That's true.
I mean, that's a bit hard to argue against. Does that mean that you see a guy and then you run? I don't know.
The one thing that I feel is most important is don't go into the forest alone if you don't know where you're going.
Yeah, I guess that would be a question there. Then people accuse you of victim blaming.
Yeah, like
or you blame the victim. Or you blame the victim.
Yeah, prevent it from happening as much as possible.
Okay, very simple. Just don't be stupid.
Don't be stupid.
Don't do stupid things. So what do you think? Did we say something wrong?
Like, share, and subscribe if there's something wrong with you.